And map 3 here between G2 and FaZe to close out, well, to give the lead early, I should say, to somebody in Group A. The dash quick onto the site. That's Baby Bay to take it. And once more, G2 start their defense. A bit slower, a bit more passive, and FaZe on their front foot once more. Baby Bay, though, deep inside the smoke. Oxy will eventually get punished as Penny gets one back. Smokes back sight and a flash just on the outside of it as a frenzy spam comes through and the bodies start to fall. They're falling in favor of G2. Now Supa has to try and hold on. He's got one smoke to play with, but 2 players to worry about. And he's only got a classic as Penny hops off the spike. The trust not there. That was Shaz to find the frag, to get back on. And G2, hey, they look pretty good in the pistol again. With singular flashes, right? You'd usually think maybe you see the Omen here for that paranoia, but no, Whippy playing the Astra comfortable there. Meanwhile, comfortability is the name of the game for FaZe when they have stingers in their hands. So G2 say, hey, we are happy to take those off your hands for you. Dicey, again, finds himself the last man standing, no longer on the harbor, but on the Killjoy this time around. But no difference in the outcome. 2 rounds now the way of G2. FaZe still with stingers. Dicey opting into the Sheriff here in this round. Heaps of util still available to this FaZe squad as they look to lean out towards the A side. I say lean, but it's 4 players heavy. This teeter-totter is heavily leaned one way. Paranoia comes out. Fault line comes through. Nobody really stunned up, but Oxy trying to help his teammates that were stuck short, and he gets punished for it, but they're not expecting another one. Shazam still here. And they'll now have to try and fight out of this corner. Good for 2 as Poise will eventually find the trade, and we land here in a 2v2. That spike to be planted. Dicey gives up his position. Dapper, however, has not. He's got a beautiful backstab, a bit more on it, and Whippy out towards the C site. He's got a nice little setup. A trip inside garage, trip long. Cam also watching here, and Penny's just been playing rotator. That's what the neon speed allows you to do. The Seekers confirm, well, basically every hunch that G2 just had in this round.
The Seekers, the first ultimate that was available for this side of G2, and he gets that information, which is similar to what we saw in Icebox, right? Just even creating that delay for FaZe to play with and to feel comfortable taking this map control, especially towards mid, especially after losing Rossi.
Not the best position for the lockdown, could be compromised, but nobody here to challenge and no way to deal with that one, so it will be forced off the line. Oxy, however,
30 seconds
gonna walk aggressively. This operator about to turn shotgun. We'll see if Poise wins out the duel. Shots through the wall. The first one lands to the head, the next one to the body, and as the smokes dissipate, it's Baby Bay, the next to fall. The spike has been planted, however, and FaZe now look to play defense. Dicey has 1 nanoswarm to work with. Paranoia goes out. It'll turn off the lights for 2. Shazam gonna return the favor with the flash, confirm some information, and Dapper's got himself 4 kills on the round. Eventually will be answered. But G2 comfortably in the lead here, 4 rounds deep on Haven.
Dapper, what a performance there. 4 kills for the Cypher as well. And also a lockdown that came down from FaZe. Going and going again. Again, the stingers for FaZe.
Okay, Oxy was waiting. Oxy was saying, guys, finally, this is my round, I promise. He's finally on the board. They finally get a little bit of ROI on the operator. And unfortunately for FaZe, it looks like a couple of players still want to hang out this way. They're expecting aggression, but none to be had. Trailblazer clear things out. And yeah, G2 just in full control here, really setting the pace. And when you don't let FaZe play the crazy playstyle that they had, like they did on Fracture, it allows for G2 to just gather their thoughts, right? To actually want to play the style that they prefer. And it's working well.
That's the key, exactly what you said, right? Being able to have it and control the pace of the match. As long as G2 is able to keep up with this fast hits and retakes, I mean, they have everything going on for them. They also have the momentum from the last map, a map that looked really solid for the squad. So just a little bit more of the same that they have to incorporate. And once again, the B hit.
Another B hit. Penny was trying to deny the plant. Unfortunately couldn't. Quick tap onto the spike will buy some of that utility out. Fault line gone. And the nano swarm dealt with. Flash into Bunny gets nothing. Rolling Thunder comes through and Baby Bay decapitates one. It's his counterpart in Oxy. That's the operator down. FaZe still a player ahead. Only working with Stingers, though, and the penetration from the Vandal is just a bit better. As the long-range battle goes the way of Poise. Baby still cutting down the defense. And Penny just going to try and head for the hills, but Dicey runs him down, and FaZe will find their first in way of eBay Thrifty. That kill onto Poise. Now flashes off the table. I believe the Paranoia also used, so Supa won't have that. And Dapper once more. Arms wide open here. More players can fit on the door. Dapper, well, gonna be the only one for now as Rose looks to hold down the site. Lower in HP. Defenders rotating. I mean, not a whole lot of commotion given what we see here in the X-ray. There's players on. The spike's getting planted and everything's been let go by the wayside as Rossi battles back for one of his own. Make it two, and Shazam now with the operator has to try and find his way back into this round. A flash available in just a few seconds. Ahead spotted, but he was still jumping on the box, and FaZe have done it again for 2 in a row.
That difficult. Noxie, in the meantime, is going to take advantage of this. He's going to push forward.
The eyes are down. My ultimate is ready.
Only Dapper spotted. Yeah, I was wondering how much more Dicey was expecting, and he was expecting a whole lot more, unfortunately. Doesn't win the duel, though. The knives, a bit better than the Vandal there in that. There's 4 still stand, and they're looking to crunch here from mid and from the spawn. Shazam up close and personal. No util to work with, unfortunately. Oxy. I mean, this was the round, right? Stingers and Blades. This put FaZe on the board. We'll see if this will put G2 back in the win column as Baby Bay goes through the cloud burst with 30 HPs, running right into the Neon, unfortunately. The no-scope doesn't land, and Shazam, who is hiding back sight in the spawn, finds 2 kills on the round. And G2, they get it done with Stingers. And that they do. I think when you look at a couple of the biggest head-to-head in way of agents, right? You have Dicey with that lockdown, and only having the Sky means there is no way to deal with that ultimate for G2. Unless you're going to run and sacrifice your body, right? And try and fight for that. You have to just back away and concede the site, and that's exactly what happens. We'll see if there's anything that'll deal with Dapper up top in heaven. This flash is going to buy some extra time as the smokes go out. Walking right on into the wire. Baby Bay will look to go up and over the top of the other one, but the site's been taken. Shock darts go out, and it will clear Dapper for now. Cam, though, for information, and Supa needs to be careful on his way out.
Oh, it would have been cool to see the shock dart hitting at the same time as that lockdown, but not really the case. So Dapper still in that position towards heaven, having to play that 5v5. A little bit of damage already taken from G2 as he played those crossfires so perfectly. Penny good for 2 before getting taken down.
Last player standing.
And now down to the 1v1. Poise steps up on the other side of the wall. He'll find himself on the site, and things got awkward there for a second.
For this out of FaZe, and yeah, the timing felt a little bit uncomfortable for a full reach to take place, but there's a lot of damage being done, and Oxy going for it again. Shot down by Superman. Not expecting this out of FaZe to be so close.
Completely unexpected, and I mean, that's the kind of in-your-face style I was expecting to see with Baby Bay on the Neon, right? Just using that high gear, walk your way into short, beat the operator on the angle. Now, G2 want to fight back for this one. Look at that. The slide is good. The shot's even better, and Penny and Shazam not only pick up 2 kills, but they'll find themselves that operator. The neural theft comes out. Some extra information garnered. Player run down, that being Poise. Dicey good to battle back out of this one is Shazam. Now the last one standing. We get a run back here. Initiator versus Initiator. This time it's Rossi on the side of FaZe. And that spike is not in his possession. Shazam walks on through. And another eBay Thrifty here for this G2 squad. But here we go. FaZe doing FaZe things. Deep into garage they go. Paranoia across the site. Dapper completely unaffected by all of the utility here as the cages go up. Whippy gonna follow on top of the logs, and it's just a bloodbath here on the C site. G2 quickly deal with FaZe to find the 7. Vaughn.
In the big round that we saw for FaZe on that B side was actually Baby Bay having that ultimate to come through and able to deliver the skills. As I say that though, everybody is shot down by Whippy on C. Baby Bay down as well. The last chance here
to that op. But now that they have 4 ults, they finally get the confidence to say, hey, we can find ways to deal with this. That shot goes wide, a little bit of movement. Oxy getting some fancy feet here, but picks up the next one as well. And this is why you have to be afraid of this A side as a lockdown. Now in place, Oxy to back away from it all. But G2 in a great spot here in the last round of the half.
Gonna go for the last chance here. 2 players alive though for FaZe. Dicey, Poise. It's all in their hands, and Oxy goes down. He had to wait for the lockdown though. And Rolling Thunder will be coming through. They have to push.
They do, because there's players hot on their heels. Those players being whippy. Poise trying to push his way into Penny. But
On the other side.
a very passive approach. Now they peek to try and find some damage. That's exactly what they'll find. Baby Bay, however, on the receiving end of quite a bit of that damage. Will try again with the frenzy. Unfortunately, the shots just aren't landing. Whippy, I mean, just having a heyday from defense on C to now attacking on A. It's multi-kills for the Astra. With the spike planted, another player to fall. FaZe still in an awkward spot. Rossi and Supa gonna try their hand at it, however, and Supa cuts down 3 and wins the round for FaZe.
No way.
What a round, and that's exactly what you need, right? Let's get momentum back. How about having somebody go absolutely huge, 1v3ing, and then a start like this for Baby Bay? That's everything that FaZe need here to get back into this.
You break that. That's the 100% pistol round win rate they had from G2. So it's just taking it round by round, right? The step-by-step scenarios for FaZe to be able to get something going on here. And Baby Bay playing far out, but Rossi's doing it as well. Trying to shut down any possibility that G2 has on this A side, and they're gonna do it. You see, and Baby Bay, they're not planning on moving.
This Trailblazer should open it up, though. Stars come down. Trailblazer dealt with. Dicey, though, still the bait. No, it's Baby Bay the bait. Dicey now gonna swing. Beautiful paranoia. Catches 2 and a guiding light behind it. Shots through the box. Then, well, unfortunately, the uprights were split there, so Dicey only good for 1 of the 2. Now Whippy gonna try and pick up the pieces. Nice flash. Needs to try and back away, and Whippy's got himself the 1v1. Recon Bolt reveals.
I have the spike.
The Bulldog does have high enough penetration, but look at this, Dryad. The clock, it's not great. A Spectre across the site, and Rossi cuts him down before he can get there. FaZe will find another, and we may have Curse to the Curse.
And when you look at the wires that Dapper had set up, it was to go for the C hit, right? But they were still extremely careful of the operator of one of the players pushing forward from FaZe. But that was the plan, and they were going to commit to this plan all the way until the end, especially when they keep playing this 5v5 and this full retake coming through.
And G2 just ready for it all. Player out towards grass to deal with Supa. Oxy now on the backstab. Spots 2, takes down 1. There's a second. And everybody getting cut down. Rossi. It's a very, very tall hill to climb to try and win this round. Not only in way of bodies that he has to deal with, but that clock is ticking. And damage is going to be name of the game. And you mentioned it at the start of the round, Dryad. This was an important one for FaZe to win because G2 had the rifles in their hand. It was their first full buy here in this round, or in this half, I should say, on their attack. And, well, they did pretty darn well.
And Dapper could find one here. It's so patient as well. Yeah, he's able to find one. Here's a little bit of noise, and Oxy there for the 180 as well. Poise going down. And Superman, the last one alive. The stingers can be enough, but the time slowly running out for this defuse. I don't think they're gonna fall for it. Then can you capitalize from each one of them in time? Make sure that Poise doesn't get taken down early. Or a pick, that would be dangerous. Like this one, Dapper now a little more aggressive, gets 2 Baby Bay and Rossi down. And this is not something that they were expecting.
And what is that? Based... Okay, that got awkward. I think Penny spotted him, and okay, Dicey trying to help FaZe get back into this one. Matches the firepower of Dapper in finding 2. We'll take care of the Trailblazer. See if he's able to get out of this position. It's not the best one to be in. Stuck back sight. No smokes to get him out of here. The flashes, the fault line, the stuns. Poised is on the other side of the map, unfortunately, but Dicey still fragging out. This is what this guy is known for. Doesn't need the chamber only. He'll do it here on the Killjoy. With 4 kills on the round, Shazam left to try and pick up the pieces. And with that, FaZe going to play their numbers advantage. 2 players here on the C site. Seekers reveal both, and Shazam heads for the hills.
Found one.
and has to run away.
30
There was a
seconds left.
rotation already happening for Poise, expecting G2 to be hitting that A site, but that spike was strong on that C side until everybody was down. This could be the ace as well for Dicey, looking so clean, especially playing so far back, right? All the way backside on C and able to get those duels.
Flash is available here for Shazam. Spike planted just outside default. Should be spotted if anybody walks up to it. Dicey on the swing. Dicey's gonna fall, and Shazam will do it. The eBay clutch. As in map, but for this one here of Haven and Icebox, they look pretty damn good. Dapper unfortunately loses out on timing this time around. He does good damage on Baby Bay, but 11 HP could be enough to find another headshot here for the Jet as he stays postured aggressively. And the 4 remaining for G2 are just on the other side. A barrel was spotted. The dash is online. A 2-player swing, and it's Oxy. They finally cut them down. Hunter Shuri comes through, and Rossi gonna have to give up on this one. Not before finding a kill, though. The relay bolt won't quite find the concussive they're hoping for, but the duel is here in full effect. And the zaps are online. Penny healthy as he wants to go aggressive. Shrouded step to cross out an A-Link in the lockdown. We'll slow this push for now. FaZe backs against the wall, though, here, Dryad.
3v2 running away, but that is not going to affect G2 too much if they have to go towards the C side. We've seen it from them over and over again. A fast lane potentially take this entry to be a little bit safer for Oxy. And yeah, nobody to be seen. It's on the other side.
Look how split they are, Dryad.
Yeah.
I mean, it's 2 3v1s, essentially, for FaZe as they look to meet up inside Garage. Oxy holds close on the angle, quickly deals a Supa, and now Dicey was so good in the last round, but he has to try and do it again, and he's got his knife out on the site. G2 do it. They go back from the depths after losing Fracture